Welcome back to Too Weak to Write. Let's get into it.
How's your COVID test, Jared? Are you COVID?
Miserable. Well, I don't know if I passed or not, but yeah, it's a real pain. Have you had to take one yet, where you stick the swab up your nose? Oh my god!
So I have not had to do it myself. I'm amazed that the system is they have you do it.
Yeah, we would go through like drive-through windows where like swab in this window, pay in the second, and it's just like it was a well-oiled machine.
Look for the guy behind you.
Yeah.
You have one of those like pay it forward things.
Can I also get a McDouble?
No, I mean, not the fact that you had to pay to take a COVID test.
They charge your insurance no matter what.
I hate to break it to you, but it is America. When I got my vaccinations, I had just come back and I didn't have my health insurance yet. And you can get vaccinated without insurance, but they really make you go over so I at the CVS and I go to the back and I have to talk to the pharmacist and reconfirm the fact that I have no insurance because they desperately don't want to pay for it themselves. So you have to say 3 times I do not have insurance. I'm very irresponsible. I could die at any minute. And then they'll give you the vaccine. It's a whole thing.
Isn't that how converting to Judaism works too?
It's very similar. I
have no valuables. I cannot cost you money. But I'm going to give everything. All right, welcome. We'll take you in.
The money aspect wasn't something I had considered when I said that.
Yeah, you're working on the stereotypes, but as a Jew, I'm flattered you didn't consider it. Thank you. I appreciate that. We've had too many Nazi references on this podcast for me to be comfortable with.
Okay, good to know.
You're going to hate my script today.
Oh my God! Again? What is with you these days?
I'm kidding.
All right. Well, let's do the opening, I guess. Hey, Jared. Welcome to Too Weak to Write, the podcast where David and I spend 2 weeks writing as much of a script as we physically can, and almost always fail. Everyone, this is Jared Rockwell, premier comic from places like Washington D.C., Montreal, Quebec, other places. Jared, what writing experience do you have?
Oh wow! I wasn't ready for this. Improvisation, is that a writing skill? No. I apart from writing jokes, which I've been doing for I guess 11 years now, I also dabble in writing scripts that I'll never show anybody. So kudos to you guys for showing them to these millions of viewers.
Well, see, I think what you probably do is you write a script, you try hard, and you get something that maybe you're working towards being proud of, and then you don't show it. See, I write just hot garbage and then am forced to, by the format of this thing, show it to all of you. So
yes, little did you know, I made this podcast, 1, to get better as a writer, 2, to embarrass David on a public platform as much as possible.
So okay, so I got the script done. I will admit that I left it to the last minute.
Again.
And going through some changes over here. So I wrote it Friday, and then I edited it a bit. And I want to, tonally it's all over the place. So it started as a 1990s, very campy type of film. But then it kind of shifted into a noir-y, even Stranger Thingsy vibe in the end. So I just want you to know, I think that if I could redo this, I really want to get the tone down more, where it is very obviously a neon-colored 1990s film noir. I think I want to marry both of those.
It's Blade Runner.
Maybe not. No, not like Blade Runner-y. That's the wrong way to say it, because it's not I don't know. Maybe Blade Runner's right. I want kids skateboarding, high-fiving, trying to solve a mystery.
Okay, fair enough.
So with that said, let me share this.
Jared, I know you've seen every episode, but typically
it is not supposed to be called Barnyard Fucks. I completely forgot that's what I titled it.
Every episode, there's a title problem. Every episode.
I believe I was oscillating between calling it Pizza Day and something about animals. But so, Jared, the prompt for this was to write an animated narrative about barnyard animals.
Well, I heard that this was the original title for Animal Farm, so good on you. Great minds.
He was getting paid 10 cents a word to write some smut. in between his.
Oh God!
Yeah, absolutely.
And I still don't know how to write a title page. Like I still don't know what I'm doing here. Look, I put my name in as Baby Davey. I was in a weird place, dude.
Okay. So anyway, he'll assign us roles, Jared. You'll play the role, and you can cut in or comment whenever you want.
Oh, and please comment because the script won't carry itself.
Well, now I kind of want to just do it completely straight. No jokes.
Every role, every joke, just like
Jared, I would like to cast you as the protagonist, Sarah. Sarah is a.
No, I know David was joking when he said I haven't watched all of these, but Sarah seems to be a recurring name for you.
I didn't even realize that.
Yes, this is me and Greg. This is good.
Something deep inside of me is. I think I went
tell
to
me
kindergarten.
Tell me about
with
your
a lot
first
of Sarahs.
girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I haven't dated a single Sarah, but I did go to school with like 8 Sarahs.
So you wanted to.
Maybe once or twice.
Also, is it Sarah with an H or without an H?
Always with an H. This without an H nonsense.
We just lost half our viewership.
And Sarah. There's only one person left.
I'm getting death threats in the chat. So
leave comments threatening David, please.
Also, I usually write like way too many characters for us to pull off on this podcast. So I tried this time there are a bunch of characters, but I tried to constrain it to these 3. We fall into 3 main people. So Jared, I would like you to play the protagonist, Sarah. She is a high schooler, an 18-year-old. She is a 5'4" chicken. Just
like a fraidy cat.
No, like lives on a farm, lays eggs, chicken.
What language does the chicken speak? Do we all speak the same language?
No, they all speak English. These are like it's a cartoon of
I forgot the
animals.
animated aspect of this.
It's a cartoon of animals.
So should I be picturing the Kevin James like barnyard animation style, or is it?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I realized very quickly that if I spent more time writing background gags, this is like the same idea as Bojack Horseman, just without any of the good writing or talent. So like that, like a 1990s type of Bojack.
Can I ask one quick
thing? Absolutely.
Bojack related question?
Absolutely.
Do they fuck?
Were the kids from Horsing Around, were they siblings before they were adopted, or did he adopt 3 random kids?
Oh God, I don't know. I'll have to check the canon on that.
They don't look anything alike. Yeah. Oh, I've done research. That's why I was wondering what your guys'
It's much darker. It's much darker if he adopted them and then forced them to be siblings. It's like we're family now. It's like
maybe they're
Bojack, man.
Yeah.
Maybe the fraternal IVF babies that got put up.
They're different ages, so no.
All right.
Okay, so nobody knows. That's fine. If anybody out there watching can get a hold of Bob, let me know. I really am looking for that answer.
And I will play. Okay, David, you're gonna play the pig, Mikey.
Jesus.
Is he from New Jersey? Is he from New Jersey?
He's from whatever you want to bring to the character, you can.
Okay.
I will play the other pig, Pete. And I'll also play Margaret. And then who wants to play the principal? I think David, you should play the principal because it's going to play off of Sarah.
Okay.
And any other character that comes up, we're going to assign it to Jared. Oh, Jared, if you could also play Stoner Sheep number 1.
Okay, sounds good.
So
we'll probably
feels like it was written for me.
We'll probably forget all of these names, and if we come up with a character, we'll just assign it on the fly. So, without further ado, Barnyard Fucks / Pizza Day, the 1990s psychological film noir. Okay, interior bedroom, 1990s aesthetic. I don't know how to write background notes on things.
You keep mentioning 1990s so much, I assume Tim Allen will make an appearance somewhere in the script, right?
I think what you should assume is that I have Arrested Development and I'm working through some shit.
Okay, gotcha. Please.
Interior bedroom, 1990s aesthetic. We open with a close-up shot of our protagonist, Sarah, with her eyes closed. One of those black alarms with red letters on it starts blaring. You know, they're like, bam, bam, bam. Sarah's eyes shoot open. The camera cuts back, and Sarah sits up straight in bed and looks right into the camera. Sarah is an 18-year-old human-sized chicken. She has on an oversized Nirvana shirt. The walls of her bedroom sport Soundgarden and other grunge band posters.
You know what that alarm means? Pizza day! The best day of the week. The day that we look forward to over and over.
An exhilarating 90s song. Really just the song Pizza Day, if you're a ska fan, comes on.
Oh, yes, this is a ska podcast.
And this is the type of the notes I make. This song comes on and just absolutely rips. Sarah jumps out of bed getting ready. We see her put on her flannel, her mascara, etc. And we do some voiceover stuff in this.
That's fine. So should I like look away from the camera?
No. Just read it. Sometimes you can
do
say
JD from Scrubs.
You can read voiceover to make it clear.
Well, I think it's pretty clear now. Jesus. Lots of kids have goals for their school career. Maybe it's getting into
school career.
Maybe it's getting into the college they want, or jazz bands. Maybe it's hanging with the sheep, pecking lips of grass.
What does that mean?
The sheep. The sheep. Come on.
Oh, God. You're breaking Jared. Jared, this is your third, I think second thing you've read so far. You're already fucking broken.
I haven't been on stage in over a year. I'm losing my mind. The funniest thing I've seen in a year and a half. For me, I knew one of those things. Fuck. What?
It's fine. You can ad-lib it.
For me, I knew one of these school days I was going to find love.
She gets out of bed and rolls an egg out of her bed and takes it over to the trash. The music changes from a high energy ripper into a lower, dark energy grungy song.
It's that time of the month, huh?
She takes one. I think this is every day for a chicken. She takes one somber look at the egg, cradling it in her hands.
Someday, you won't just be a breakfast.
She drops it into the trash and it splatters. She looks right at the camera and her mood snaps back to a smile. The music picks up and becomes energetic again.
But today is pizza day, so my only goal is getting greasy.
Cut. Yeah, David?
You want to talk?
About what? You always ask me, do I want to talk?
Because I'm concerned for you.
About what? I'm
That was the most schizophrenic thing I've ever read in my life. Jesus Christ, how many fucking personalities did this chicken experience?
What do you mean?
Jared,
She's just a teenager who wants to fit in and figure out what to do with her career and find some love.
Her school career.
Well, as you see, things are not all as you will find. Things are not all that they seem.
Well, now I got to know what you guys did with your school careers.
I was jazz band. That's why I threw that in.
I stayed chaste and pure.
Okay.
I thought the image of these sheep. I don't know if kids did dipping tobacco when you went to school.
I guess what'd you say? Dip a lip?
Dipping grass.
I got it. I thought it was funny
because they're sheep. You know?
I had a really hard time conceptualizing it, but now that I know what it is, it's again, very funny.
I could have made that clear. Okay, we cut to exterior school bus stop. A bunch of students are standing in line for the school bus. There's a pack of stoner sheep skateboarding around, kick-flipping and high-fiving. A gaggle of little nerdy geese are all hanging out together. They have pocket protectors and glasses. Then we see Sarah and her best friend Margaret, a mink with a lovely coat of thick fur. I think I'm playing Margaret.
Yeah.
Principal Henderson said I was finally going to sell this coat this summer. I'm so excited to be done with school.
Me too. I can't wait for the parties and the beach days.
Ugh, don't remind me. I can't wait to get out of this town. Principal Henderson said I did so well the last few years working on my coat grades. I just need to graduate and then I'm getting out. Maybe even leave town early before college.
Psh, whatever. You'll be around.
So we see
coat grades. What are coat grades?
Yeah, so I'm trying to set up this thing. What we have to understand is that Animal High School, you know, all the grades
not so different from Human High School after all.
Yeah.
All the grades are about
Is this just Clone High with animals? Because it feels like it, honestly.
It's like, what is a mink's job at school? It's to have a nice fur coat at the end. What is a pig's job at school? It's to grow fat and big. You know, that's how you succeed. That's how you get good grades and graduate.
Gotcha. Oh,
they don't need to know math.
So, okay, I'm really sorry. Do humans also exist in this world?
Yeah. Well, Principal Henderson's a human. We'll see.
What do humans
is this
learn?
Like? There's some big stuff coming.
This is getting.
All right, no spoilies. No spoilies. Let's continue.
No spoilies. All the kids pile into the bus. There's a huge excitement amongst the students, and they all buzz with excitement. Okay, I wrote that twice. A stoner sheep sits up in the seat and turns around to yell at the whole bus.
This is my point where I tell you guys that I don't do voices, so it's going to sound a lot like Sarah, which is going to be confusing. So, stoner sheep number 1 says, "Pizza day."
Everyone on the bus is fist pumping and yelling in unison as the bus drives off.
Pizza day. Pizza day. Pizza day.
Nailed it, guys.
We are in your sync, buddies.
Always.
And then Sarah says in her voiceover,
"Oh shit, look at that. I was so excited for pizza. I forgot my line. But could I do a whole summer without my best friend?"
So see, we see the cracks starting to form. Margaret doesn't want anything to do with Sarah's simplistic beach party summer. She just wants to get out of this small town. At least that's what I was trying to set up, but
sure, I get it. I'm getting real Napoleon Dynamite vibes too.
Yeah, you know? I'm very focused on the pizza day aspect. I feel like this is a very strong. Something's going to happen.
You're going to love this next scene where we just
thematically
cut to interior lunchroom.
Is it a smash cut? Is it a wipe cut? You really got to start thinking about that when you're writing
I do have to start thinking about that. You're so right. That is something that I have.
It's a smooth.
Been good at.
If the door closes and reopens,
you know, life bits, right? Where you just it's just a stupid joke you carry with you through your day, right? Okay, so many times a day, this just comes back to like a road trip that Georgia and I were taking, but many times a day, one of us will look at the other one and it'll just say, "And then you look over at me and I'm covered in piss," which is just, it's a smash cut gag brought into real life, and there's no way to do it on stage, but I love it. It's so funny, and you can replace it with anything. Like if we're eating something that's kind of messy, it's like, you look over at me and I'm covered in honey. Like, it's always fun. So feel free.
So in this, we cut to interior lunchroom pizza day. And
what
I just
kind of cut?
We do like a fade to black. Sorry, it is a black for a second, and then boom, we're in pizza day. And pizza day is the smash cut. Pizza day is the centerpiece of this high school. Everything revolves around pizza day. How often is pizza day happening? It's not clear. Okay. We'll get into that. The lunchroom
is pizza day. The purge of the school.
The lunchroom is full teenage bacchanalia. Their stoner sheep just pick flipping around as gooey pizza drips out of their mouths. They're flashing radical hand signs, like 90s radical, not ISIS radical. A group of goth goats hangs out in the corner in full goth regalia, eyeshadow, just morosely enjoying the pizza. The room is filled with every barnyard animal you can imagine. That's me being a lazy writer. I'm like, you imagine it. just 90s characters noshing on za, looking amped to be there.
And to clarify, definitely no ISIS is there. Just to double down on that.
Absolutely not. No terrorism. And as we're seeing all this, we have a voiceover from Sarah.
Pizza day was a religious experience, like traveling to Mecca. I couldn't even tell you what lunch was like on other days. Some years, when something was going right, it could feel like pizza day was every day.
Two pigs are walking by each other in the lunchroom. One pig, Mikey, just absolutely strong shoulders another pig, Petey. Oh, sorry, you're Mikey, I'm Petey. They're both alpha jock pigs. Yeah, sorry. They're both alpha jock pigs in the social hierarchy here. Actually, you're Mikey, because Mikey sticks around longer. I'll be Petey.
Okay.
So you shoulder knock me in the lunchroom. Hey, what the fuck, man? I'm eating pizza here.
Out of my way, tool.
Tool? Screw you, man. I'll fight you right here. Suddenly, Principal Henderson runs over to break them up. And I think,
boys, stop your bickering. Enjoy some pizza.
Always that same goddamn voice. That voice is in
I have like 3 voices. I'm not doing the German doctor voice. That's
He hands them both a droopy and greasy pizza slice.
Whatever, man. You're lucky it's pizza day.
They shove the gooey, delicious slices vociferously into their mouths.
Jesus,
They high five
vocabulary
and forget their differences. They howl with laughter and eat their pizza.
You 100% had a thesaurus open. Did you?
I just love that word. Stoner sheep number 1 jumps up onto a lunch table.
Pizza day. Fuck, I did a voice. Pizza day.
Everyone begins cheering and shouting in unison. Pizza
day. Pizza day.
So it's like, are we pausing between pizza or is it like pizza day? Like, what's the plan?
I think it's like pizza day.
Okay, got it. Pizza day. Pizza day.
So now this is the big reveal
okay.
in the movie. So now the animated sequence cuts.
Oh, hang on. What page are we on?
We're on page 4.
I think that's a little too soon for the big reveal.
It's like an 11-page script.
I thought we were doing like a whole feature. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, we're gonna be here for 3 hours. Oh, I can't wait for the criticism. Jared, mark it all up, please.
Yeah, no. Send it to me. I'll get you to a treatment.
Yeah. So we smash cut to live action.
We're
no longer animated. We reveal the live action.
What?
And we see Farmer Henderson, not Principal Henderson, Farmer Henderson, standing over a pig pen. He's a middle-aged farmer wearing overalls. He looks tired. He breaks up 2 pigs getting into it in the pen. Yeah.
Just get along, will ya? Damn pigs.
He resumes throwing animal feed all around on the ground while a bunch of different farm animals all come around to eat it up. That's pizza day, my guys. We see behind the curtain for a moment. So now we're going to cut back to the animated thing. And this really right here is, again, since I left this to the last minute, I think we need a few more scenes. So I'm going to describe what those scenes would be if I wrote them. Okay?
If I put the time and effort in finishing this script, this is what I would have put here. But since I didn't, this is a placeholder.
So in the next few scenes, we see a perfect Americana 90s high school class experience. Everybody excited about summer. There's a lot of conversations about people being excited to graduate. And graduation is this thing that we start having weird vibes about it because it seems like graduation can happen anytime and that people are like spontaneously graduated and it can happen unsuspectingly. So it's an exciting lottery that everybody wants to get. Everybody's excited to graduate and leave town. And Sarah has this voiceover during some of these scenes.
I didn't know when I would graduate. It seems like the chickens never do. Some graduate early after a really good pizza day and go to college. I was still stuck here. Just waiting for my time. It's my time down here. I don't know what it would take. My mom got into college when they fertilized her eggs. Maybe all I needed was a boy. Maybe someone like Petey.
So we see a classic man writing a woman character who's only interested in a love.
You haven't talked enough about my chicken breasts for it to have been like a man poorly writing a woman.
We almost passed the Bechdel test early on, right?
I wrote this originally. I explicitly tried to pass the Bechdel test immediately just for cred, but I think I changed it. So I'm not
up
sure
at the top. At the very top, when you're describing Sarah being a human-sized chicken, you used the line, she had thighs up to her breasts.
Oh, God.
So she's doing this voiceover in class, and the camera does a POV shot with a dreamy, soft light and zooms in on Petey in class. The music swells sweetly, and then record scratches.
Hang on. I'm so sorry. Is it still live action? Like now we're seeing
no.
the footage of the chicken looking at the pig. Okay, no,
it's back to
animation. So much better, but now it's animated.
Like once we realize that it's the real world and like the cartoon is, wouldn't it be great to just live in that world?
I had imagined that you see this as the animation, and then there are moments where it cuts back and you see the live action of what's really happening, and it's just some farmer doing farm stuff.
Yeah, sure.
So anyway, and I'm so sorry for this next scene. I really wrote this late at night. So Petey, there's a record scratch, and Petey lets out a huge fart. Piece of farts! He's just some gross dude. The whole class laughs in unison with excitement. I mean, he's a pig. Like, are you going to expect more from a pig?
Seems kind of bigoted.
I think we are stereotyping here, man. They can be multifaceted. I hear pigs make great pets.
Yeah, I had a neighbor who had a pig. I thought it was a big dog. I was like 6, and I thought it was a big dog for a long time. And I was like, this dog is not furry enough. There's hair, but it feels like a comb.
Yeah.
But he would snuff up on you. He was cute, huge, like a German Shepherd size pig,
Wow.
like a hog.
Yeah, like a hog.
And he had a fucking
Did you-
hog too.
And he
Did
was
you-
like trapped.
Did you ride that hog, Jared? The literal hog, not the hog's hog.
No, I did not ever jump on and try to like ride the hog.
So there's this record scratch. There's a pig farting. The whole class
does it sound
laughs
like?
in unison. Yeah, I'll spare you the details. I think the audience is smart enough. We can avoid, unless you wanted to.
Wet pig
give it
farts.
a
I'd love to hear your rendition.
I would rather not. I want to skip that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna go through it.
Well, can you at least tell me how hot it is? Like, would I feel it if I was standing?
It's hot and wet, and people they push back around. Like, oh, Jesus, you know.
Sometimes we don't always need what we ask for. So
I am shocked.
I played with your hand.
Jared's been here for, I think, 15, 20 minutes now. Already, this is like the most lowbrow episode we've had so far.
Oh, it's my fault? I know both of you fuckers personally. Oh, other people just like to play along. They're like, I'm just going to read the script. Okay. Guys, I'm not an actor, so...
No, it's fine. It's fine. I love it so much.
The whole
Pizza
class
farts.
laughs in unison.
Yeah.
The whole class laughs in unison with excitement, right? It's got that pizza day energy.
But you know who's not amused?
Sarah.
The 5'3" chicken.
5'3" chicken with thighs up to her breasts. Ugh. When will these boys ever grow up? It seems too easy to graduate. If you're a boy, that made me nauseous. I'm sick of waiting. He scrolled as I was reading.
Sorry. I thought you meant the line. I thought you were like, that line made me nauseous.
No, it seems too easy to graduate if you're a boy. I'm sick of waiting. Please.
Okay, I will refrain from scrolling in the middle. And now we cut to, and probably there should be another scene in between this, you know? But now we're cutting to, we're just going to cut to the party after school that night. And there's a wild after school party. Again, I specify we're animated, just in case we forgot.
Oh, thank you.
All the animals are there. The nerdy geese are getting thrown out by the jock pigs. The stoner sheep arrive, and they're about to be turned away from the party, but then they break out some weed, and everybody cheers and vibes. In a back room at this party, Sarah and Petey are hanging around. They're drunk, and they're flirting. I'm telling you, I'll never eat Taco Bell again. I had my whole head in the trash can, and Principal Henderson was pissed. He came out yelling. But right afterwards, he gave us all pizza. It was wild.
Petey, stop.
She leans forward laughing, and hairs falls in front of her face. Pete brushes it out of her eyes.
Petey,
She lifts her gaze up to meet Pete's gaze. They lock eyes. Whoa. Radical.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up, Pete.
They kiss. Tenderly at first, then harder.
So it's more like Pete's a day.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God, yes. Oh, my God.
This is why people need me.
Jared, do you want to be a permanent resident on the podcast? This is it's an official offer. You can have any role you want. You want my position? I'll give it to you. Whatever you want.
For a pizza pun?
You deserve it. You've been carrying us this episode. Literally, I'm offering you a permanent position here.
Tell you what, I'll be happy to fill in for either of you.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it off mic. I don't want to talk, compensation or anything.
Yeah.
We'll
we do have dental. We do have dental, so you'll be okay.
Hang on. Speaking of medical benefits, we're all American, right?
Yeah.
And we all met in Montreal.
In Canada, yeah.
And I'm the only one still in Montreal?
Yes.
Yeah. I miss you guys.
Oh, I miss you too.
I thought you were going to come visit me here in Wisconsin.
August.
Okay, yeah, I'll be here.
Ooh, I got some
cry and leave by them. One of those.
We can go camping.
Ooh. But meanwhile,
we'll talk.
Petey and Sarah start kissing, start making out. It's getting hot and heavy. And then Principal Henderson, but this time cop Henderson, dressed fully as a cop, breaks in through the door waving a gun. It's Principal Henderson, but dressed up as a cop. I think it's you, David.
Freeze! What the hell is going on in here?
Cop Henderson looks wide-eyed at the two, caught in the act. And then we cut to interior barn, live action. Farmer Henderson in the barn is just looking at a pig humping a chicken.
Well, now I have seen everything.
So again, we peer behind the curtain. what's really happening in this teenage love romance. It's just weird farm stuff. Life on the farm gets strange. Anyway.
You know what? They said when pigs fly, that pig was flying into that chicken. I'll tell you what.
Oh, we are getting...
And it's my fault
that YouTube gave us a strike. So then we cut back to... We cut to the next day. We cut to the next day, lunchroom. Pizza Day Bacchanalia is happening again. We see the same sequence of Pizza Day. All around, everyone's doing the same routine, vibing on Pizza Day. Random chantings of Pizza Day, Pizza Day. Sarah sits down at the lunch table with Margaret. Sarah is sporting a huge hickey on her neck. Oh my God, girl.
How does the hickey translate in real life? What is that just like a bruise? Like, is it just like a shit ton of feathers missing?
Hickey's a bruise. I don't know.
Can you bruise a chicken?
Don't focus on that. Don't focus on that. Oh my God, girl.
Gonna go visit a chicken farm after this to experiment.
It sounds weirder than you meant it.
I know. I regret it so quickly.
Sorry, you're acknowledging my hickey.
So I'm acknowledging your hickey. Oh my God. Sorry. Go.
It's nothing. I'm just kidding, girl. Isn't it great? This is totally how women talk.
I hate myself. This part I really want to
Have you had
improve.
a woman on the show yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Geez, we're not monsters. We're like 50-50. Come on.
I think our second guest was Kayla. Yeah.
Right.
She rubs the spot on her neck affectionately. Someone's looking to graduate. Just then, Mikey runs over. Yeah, I realize that. Look, that line makes it sound horrible. That's not what I meant. I was trying to build up this thing where, like, once chickens get fertilized eggs, they can graduate, which is, it sounds like it's a sexual thing about women's bodies because I've anthropomorphized them. But really, I just want to talk about how we do. It's really a commentary on how we don't value farm animals. I'm a vegan, is what I'm saying.
I was really more. I wasn't looking at it from like, oh my God, what are you saying about women? But it was just interesting that they've picked out that people do graduate and that it seems to be spontaneous. But there's enough of a pattern to realize, like my mom had her eggs fertilized.
Yes,
but presumably from like a rooster.
Yes.
So there's like stories about this, like right. So it's just. What would lead her to believe, or any of them to believe, that it was like interspecies is fine as well?
They don't. They don't recognize species. They're all kids at high school.
Jared, I'm starting to realize where all the Nazism is coming into your podcast because this is clearly an area.
Race elitism. Yeah, Jared, have you ever heard the term bird brain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the main issue here. She's bird brained. She doesn't realize. Yeah. She needs.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I can suspend my disbelief, but only for so much, you know.
She has to have someone of the same genus, if not species. Then she doesn't realize this.
Like now, if this was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, I'd be all over.
No, 100%. Yeah, I think they're the same family. I'm not sure the genetics of dinosaurs.
I'm not a geneticist.
So
I'm barely even a scientist.
Yeah, barely.
Community college dropout.
Nice.
So after Margaret says someone's looking to graduate, just then Mikey runs over, and
let me get my New Jersey accent back. Gabagool, pizza. Hey, I'm walking here. Sarah, have you seen Pete? Nothing. Lost him.
Sarah looks at him confused.
Why would I know?
Come on, Sarah.
Wait, is she playing confused or is she confused?
That first line, I think she is. I think it's more like, why are you asking me? Like,
so
we didn't make that last night.
Well, so yeah, she's being coy.
Yeah. Like,
okay. So I'm not gonna like read it any different, but like, yeah, okay. Why would I know? Boom.
I'm gonna talk from the bottom of my mouth. Come on, Sarah, where is he? We have a game this afternoon, and that turd hasn't shown up to practice. No one can find him.
It's Pizza Day, Mikey. Relax. Maybe just chill out for a change.
Hey. Leaning in closer under her breath. I'm telling you two, something's weird, and no one believes me.
Mikey, I don't care. Why don't you just leave PD alone instead of torturing him all the time?
Then Principal Henderson walks in the room and hangs a sign up on the wall. It says, "Proud of our recent valedictorian." Oh, and I didn't include this part, but on the poster is just a picture of Petey the pig.
Yeah. Hey, what's that?
I figured.
Yeah.
No way. What? Did they graduate Pete this morning? How the hell did he get valedictorian? He didn't grow a coat or anything.
What the fuck?
Shit, where'd it go? Oh, no, that can't be real. We had plans. Voiceover. But could it be real? I mean, Pete wasn't that type of boy, was he? The type of boy to just screw and run? Disappear like that? He couldn't be.
Ah!
Mikey screams and punches the table.
I'm telling you, there's something weird in here. It just doesn't make sense. Why would he graduate and not tell nobody?
Whatever. He made valedictorian. Am I bragging about him?
No. I think I should have put. I never put in notes about.
She's like a little grumpy. She's a little grumpy. Yeah.
Yeah. She's trying to play like it doesn't bother her. Like it does bother her deeply, but she's trying to be like, whatever. Like, why would I care? So yeah.
He made valedictorian, but like, what's the spin on that?
He made valedictorian and graduated, and it's blindsided everybody, and he's not even around to be thanks, guys. You know, he just disappeared.
He was probably too excited to let anyone know.
Yeah, you know, he graduated, and when you graduate, sometimes you leave everything behind.
Got it.
Sarah gets a little sad, but tries to hold it together.
He was probably too excited to let anyone know. I did it on purpose. I just was pretending it was part of the conversation.
God damn it.
Voiceover. But something in me... God damn it. Hang on. Okay. So it's... He was probably too excited to let anybody know. Voiceover. But something in me knew that he wasn't fine. I needed to separate my emotions from it, though. I needed to run it by Margaret. Because she's always been there for me.
She's my best friend.
I am, David. I think I've said 5 lines. The script is so fucking funny.
I'm so sorry. I know, it's very Sarah heavy. It gets more Mikey heavy though. Exterior field. Sarah, so now this is when I realized the tone has shifted into like a noir type of thing, and this is that like meeting where they like try and figure stuff out.
This is like a psychological horror.
Sarah and Margaret stand off in an empty field. The wind blows through. Look. You might be onto something.
What do you mean?
I got a guy who says he knows some things about graduation.
What?
He says that no one ever comes back from it.
So what? They go to college. Why come back to this dump?
He says a lot of dumb people graduate early. That it's not about grades.
What's it about then?
It's about... She's struggling to hold back tears. She bursts into a sob. The coat!
What?
Or the belly. Or the feathery down.
Is it
Marge?
Marge or Marge?
It's Margaret, so I guess Marg.
Margarita.
Marge is fine.
Okay.
Or the feathery down.
Marge, I don't even know what that means.
Sarah, it ain't what they say it is.
Then what is it?
And now we cut. And we cut to exterior farmhouse dusk. Sarah is walking alone, a trench coat pulled up around her neck. She's slipping past walls and staying out of the windows, sneaking past the farmhouse.
A farm? Oh, sorry, voiceover. A farm. I didn't know those words were so dirty. A farm. The economic intersection of slavery and cannibalism. I don't think that's true. It can't be true. Marg says it is true, though, that she heard it from Tyler, and the same thing from Mark.
David?
Yeah?
Are you joining PETA?
It gets better. She keeps going around spy style. She has her hair pulled up in a 90s style clear gel band. That was me just trying to reinstitute the 90s aesthetic very heavy-handedly.
But what do they know? Tyler's a sheep. He'll follow anything. Fuck you.
Excuse me, his name was Stoner Sheep 1. Let's not forget that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he forget to rename? Tyler's a sheep. He'll follow anything. I was just mad at the pun.
Yeah, I know. You should be mad at the pun.
And Mark's a goth. I mean, enough said. Fuck, judgmental.
It's trash of the goths. It's 90s. She peers through the windows of the farmhouse. So she's doing some. She heard some things from Marge about what a farm
Marg.
is. Marg. Like, they don't even know the word farm. They're high schoolers. This doesn't exist in their world. And they hear about it and they're like, what? This is a farm? So now she's peering through interior farmhouse dining room. Farmer Henderson and his wife enjoy a nice meal together. On each of their plates are a few slices of pork roast, onions, and potatoes. We haven't seen it on screen, but a viewer might wonder if that pork roast is made of peaty. From the window, we can see Sarah peer in.
Thank you for telling the viewers what to think. I appreciate
I
that.
know, I should have done that. I just want to make clear. So now it cuts to live action. We cut out of animation. We see Henderson and his wife eat the same thing, but live action. Henderson looks up to see a chicken standing on the flower bed that hangs off of a window.
Can we earmark this? I want to come back to this and talk about it, but we can do it at the end. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How'd the damn chicken get out?
Then we cut back to interior lunchroom, pizza day, the next day. Animated again. Again, we see Pizza Day Bacchanalia erupting. Skateboarding, high fives, pizza, etc. The same sequence we have seen before. But we cut to interior bathroom, next to the lunchroom. Continuous. Sarah, Margaret, and Mikey all stand in a circle in the bathroom. The dim sounds of true chaos can be heard outside.
You're right.
Of course I'm right.
Will someone tell me what is going on? Okay, what
Why
the
are
fuck
you
was
a
that?
Beatle? It's like
I don't know what happened there.
George Harrison.
I lose control of myself. I go into modes.
I saw Mr. Henderson with his wife.
What? Were you sneaking around?
Please, just tell me what's going on. I'm very vulnerable right now.
I can't say for certain, but Mr. Henderson doesn't make sense. Like, he's our principal, but he's also a cop?
I don't know. I never questioned it.
Who else would be the cop then?
Why do we need a cop here? It's just a bunch of high schoolers.
They all pause while this sinks in.
I saw him eating something, and it wasn't A.
Pellets?
No.
Fish flakes?
No.
Then what does he eat?
Sarah hangs her head. Oh, sorry. What did you see, Sarah? Sarah hangs her head lower.
It looked like meat.
Oh my God. Mikey punches the wall.
Cannibals!
Margaret falls back, shocked. So there's no meat in this world. There's only bodies. Like, their bodies are meat, but they don't eat meat. They're farmyard animals. That's the world I'm trying to build here.
Okay, gotcha.
Margaret falls back, shocked. Mikey starts crying. Sarah starts bawling too. They all lean in together and hug and yell words of mourning at the void for Petey.
Mikey, I assume the ghost of Petey.
The ghost of Petey.
I'm sorry. I was so mean because I was so involved with my emotions and I didn't have the time to process what he meant to me.
I'm reading this as written, but also to the ghost of Petey. I've never lie with another man.
All right, some typos. Then Margaret. I'm so sorry for thinking valedictorian was real and being annoyed at you. I was just jealous. They calm down a little and take a step back.
We're the only ones who know this, except for the people who told us.
We gotta tell him.
Okay, I think I wrote those at different parts. So I wrote in the justification of that field scene later, and I don't think I caught the fact that it's out of sync.
I'm just teasing.
No, you're totally right.
It's a lovely Aryan story.
I like it.
Why is it Aryan? God damn it.
This is about the purity of race, right?
No,
Like all your scripts say.
No, it's about farm high school. I'm
And
sorry.
keeping clicks separate. Yeah,
who
I know.
who had the last line?
You're up.
Me. I mean, I think it was, we have to tell him. We gotta tell him. We got to tell him.
They'll never believe us. Not while Pizza Day is happening. We have to escape.
We can't be doing that. We'll die.
Mikey's right. There's only one way.
And what way is that?
We have to kill Mr. Henderson. It's only fair for what he's done.
Mikey starts crying. Mikey's real sensitive.
We have to kill Mr. Henderson ourselves to save our high school.
But how? We're just kids.
We'll have to plan it. But for now, we have to blend in.
I don't have much time. I'm supposed to get my coat taken off next week, and I'm starting to think I won't be coming back.
We need to do it soon.
We need to observe him. Fuck, what a psycho. Everybody's having like an emotional response, and she's like, we need to watch him, we need to find his weak spots, we need a plan. And until then, I'll reiterate, we need to blend in.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
the three of them hug and walk out of the bathroom.
what? I forgot we were in the
We were in the bathroom. That's all I didn't know that.
Yeah. They're in a separate look, like pizza day's happening, and they're in the bathroom having a private conversation.
I just want to point out one more time that Pizza Day also works from Pizza Day, but also from the Mr. Henderson perspective, where he's eating Pete's. He's eating Pete. So the animals think they're having pizza. Mr. Henderson is having Pete, and so the Pizza Day pun is like 3 layers. At this point.
My god. Oh my! I didn't.
Jared, we're adding that line in the script now. Brilliant. Yes. Once again, you're part of the podcast now. This isn't a joke. I'm dragging you in.
Because you have the food. Pete, you have Pete's Day because he was making out with that hot thighs depressed. You know, it's
the character you're playing, Sarah. Yeah.
yeah. She's smoking hot, weird mustache. Okay.
All established.
Let's wrap this up.
So the last scene: interior lunchroom, Pizza Day. Pizza Day chaos is once again erupting all over the cafeteria. We see a similar Pizza Day sequence as before.
Voiceover. But how could I blend in and act normal now, knowing what I know?
The trio, let's just say the trio have morose and dead looks on their faces. They filter back out through the cafeteria looking sullen. The goths, who already look like this, give them a raised fist in solidarity. Mr. Henderson is passing out thick, juicy slices. He's just slapping them right down in everyone's hands. Kids are doing kickflips and catching slices in the air. He has a huge, crazed, maniacal smile on his face.
So we need like heavy music. So none of that like upbeat stuff. It's like
this is heavy. Yes.
So then it's this continued voiceover.
This continued voiceover.
Can we actually have like an only orchestral instrumental of 99 Red Balloons playing in the background?
No, it needs to be heavier and darker.
I think that's pretty dark.
Yeah, because this is once you know how the pizza's made.
The camera focuses. The camera focuses on Mr. Henderson, and it starts to go in slower and slower motion. The edges of his mouth curl up. His features darken and twist into a maniacal smile. Small horns erupt out of the back of his head.
How could you ever enjoy it again? And then she looks directly in the camera. Go.
A loud, echoing evil laugh rips out of Mr. Henderson's tortured features. The camera zooms in on his face as it fades to black.
Wow.
And scene.
Here's the thing. All jokes aside, this is way scarier than Chicken Run. I would watch this.
This is awesome. Honestly. I love the concept.
It's a really good. It's like Sausage Party plus Toy Story plus. I guess it's mostly Sausage Party, but on a farm.
Mostly sausage, but like dark noir Sausage Party.
David, I know you're going through something right now. Can you stay in this mindset like for a while? Because this is the best writing you've had in a little bit.
I absolutely want to come back for part 2, which involves like the murder itself. I think that you're going to write a very convincing murder.
We never write a part 2 for any of these.
You had a part 2 on one.
You're going to write a part 2 for this one.
And we'll have you back on, and we'll finish it up.
Yeah, this is awesome. I want to see how Sarah and Marg kill this guy.
Because now I'm thinking we have a trio that's trying to investigate and solve and prepare to kill this guy. You know, I think we still have to figure out more about how graduation works. And, maybe somebody else gets graduated in the meantime.
They fucking die, right? That's how graduation works.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty explained.
Yeah. They're slaughtered. And I do like that, like Pizza Day is just every day. Pizza Day is just the animals eating food.
David, we could clean this up.
No, Pizza Day is only just today.
Dave, we could clean this up, edit this, send this to PETA, and we get funding. We can get funding to film this. PETA's Day. We can make this day. We got something here.
Get some institutional backing.
Yeah, like you'll 100% be known as the vegan extremist filmmaker, but you know what? You'll be a filmmaker.
the Michael Moore of vegans.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I think this would be fun. A little like it's like a teenage high school investigative noir.
I like it a lot.
Did you see that show? I'm like embarrassed that I watched and enjoyed this, but Outer Banks.
No.
Did you watch Outer Banks? It is
I'm not a 14-year-old girl though.
OBX.
Yeah, it's totally like that. It's these kids in high school trying to investigate.
They're all lacrosse players, right?
They're all like.
It's different in America. In America, lacrosse is a different thing than here in Canada. Okay, I doubt that to cancel. Okay,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Riverdale without the IP. I think that's exactly what it is.
They're all just like on boats and stuff, trying to find this gold treasure, investigating these murders, outside of the law. And that's kind of like the inspiration I wanted. Just these teenagers in the summer.
That's what I was thinking.
having some sex and investigating murder.
And so you took Stranger Things and you aged it up so it was appropriate for the
At the beginning of the script, I knew I wanted this love scene where these teenagers would be like hooking up, but then it cuts to the live action and you just see like farmyard,
Yeah. It's amazing. And
I wanted that as a gag.
The whole second act, it would have been amazing if it was just the farm view and we're seeing like a real chicken run around and like
voicing all this thought process. The
voiceovers and the conversation between the live action pigs and
I'm now seeing that as
so maybe it's like the start of the third act then is when you have the sex scene right before he gets, so they have the sex scene at the end of the second act and then it smashes and it's live action for the third act, which involves the murder.
Yes,
I like this one quite a bit.
It's kind of like Homeward. What's it called? Homeward Bound with the two dogs and the cat that have to make it back home. Yeah,
they're all long dead.
I think we have to acknowledge the fact that the original prompt here was Lucy saying they wanted us to make a happy-go-lucky barnyard animation.
They said happy-go-lucky. They said barnyard animation.
I think they said like a kid's show. And here's like, you went this direction, which I love, and I went basically a horror murder story barn with Frasier in it for some goddamn reason.
What is your obsession with Frasier?
I don't understand.
It's the greatest TV show of all time.
Have you watched it yet?
No, of course not. I don't understand the question. I really don't understand what your problem is.
I've known you for years now.
Yeah.
And you love Frasier. You're obsessed with Frasier, but you've never seen an episode of Frasier.
I don't have to. I know everything about it. Ask me what the main character's name is.
What's the main character of Frasier's name?
Frasier Crane. He has a brother. His name's Niles. His dad's name's Marty. I can go on.
Tell me about the dog.
The dog? Yeah, Eddie. Eddie's great. Eddie's the best character of the show.
Oh my god!
I'm losing my shit.
Oh my god! I'm hyperventilating. Oh my god!
Guys, I wish I had eaten my weed gummy earlier.
Did it just kick in halfway through the noir part where there's a meeting in the football field, smoking chicken cigarettes? Something's going on with graduation. Oh, what did you mark down, Jared? You said you had a comment.
Yeah, can we scroll back up to that? It was. I think it was on page 11. Is it still highlighted?
What's no? Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, awesome.
Nice. Okay.
This is when she's investigating and she peers through the farmhouse.
So in cartoon, she peers through the window and she sees the food and so how can you tell it's Petey? Like, is it like Petey's face with an apple in it? I wanted to visualize that.
That's a really good idea. I think we could really ham it up there and
I hate
myself.
Okay, but then when it switches to the live action,
it's just a pork roast.
Nice.
Got it. Okay,
it's a normal farmer meal.
That's kind of I wanted to see it. I can see it.
How much I love the cutting between the live action animated. It's so good to me because especially I spent all day yesterday getting drunk writing at a bar, and I tried writing a Scrubs spec script at the bar and switching between fantasy and not fantasy. I just like this is exactly how I feel. The Scrubs flash scene. So this is great. Yeah. I love this.
Yeah.
Yes. And ignore me getting drunk writing at a bar. Don't do that. It's not productive at all. I have to read everything. I'm terrified to read what I wrote.
Well, that's how. So, Jared, to write this, because again, I have been, I moved out here and I'm busy and taxes are extended and due. And so I've been lazy. And so I put this off to the last minute. And on like Friday, I went to a bar and took out a notebook and just tried to outline everything. And then Saturday, typed it all up and edited a little this morning, tried to make it funnier this morning. And that's it. So this does need, as you can tell, a significant amount of work, but I think we get the gist.
Yeah, no, I like the story a lot. I can see kind of like what you're going for, and I don't think it's my fault that this was a lowbrow episode.
No, it absolutely was not your fault.
Listen, I'm happy we had you here, Jared, because 100% you have finally brought to the podcast to the level where it deserves to be. Thank you for that. This
was honestly one of my favorite episodes.
Right into the fucking dirt. And thank you. And you're now going to be on every episode. I'm forcing you on everyone. I'm happy you've offered to be a temporary replacement if any one of us can't make the podcast.
Yeah, if either of you wind up murdered or whatever, I could use the writing practice.
Yeah, with the way life's going. Listen, typically we ask people for the next prompt. Right now, we have one prompt from Sarag. A mailman has to deliver a giant gem or diamond or something. Do you want to give a prompt, a random prompt?
Yeah, I've got one. I was thinking about this. I was really excited about it because I tried to write this, but I tried to write it as like a like I saw it on HBO. You know, like it was an episodic Game of Thrones level before season 8. Like I was really excited about this idea, and so I spent months working on like the background lore for this. So I really want to see what you can do with like a flash fiction version of this character. So it's reverse Superman.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Please explain.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Look, you can go one of two ways with it in my mind. You either have aliens sent something to Earth and he's like weak as shit. Like the atmosphere doesn't work for him. He like can't breathe. Or alternatively, you can have humans send something out to space. And when he lands there, it's like super powered or technologically advanced and he's just some dumb human. And like he can't do anything. Either way, it's the character is just useless.
Okay.
But I did have this idea where he finds a way to become a hero, but like that's others. You can do whatever you. But I just want that character to do something.
I literally thought you were making an evil Superman joke. I'm like, fuck you.
I would never.
I'm like, again, like, oh yes, no evil Superman out there, invincible, Homelander. Just started listing all the options.
Reverse Superman for our next prompt. We're on like a staggered prompt release, so
that's great. Because if I don't finish the rack in time, I'll just switch to yours. Because I have so much writing I have to be fucking doing.
Oh my god, this was a lot more fun than it had any right to be. Thank you.
See you next time when both Davids are back on 2 Week to Write.